Hey everybody, let's do a little table. So I'm a huge fan of tables. I love tables because they help you organize data or information on a on a Word document. They enable you to float things across the page, which I'm going to show you. It makes things really helpful. To get started, I've got three hard returns here. I always like to work in threes, so I put something in the middle. I've got a hard return on the top or the bottom to add text if I need to. We'll go Insert Table. You have a couple of options here. You can sort of highlight what you want the table to look like, or you can go down here and do Insert Table. I just throw that up there. There's your basic table. If you put your cursor over here to the side, you get the white cursor, just like with a line of text. It grabs the whole line of the table, which is very handy. You switch it over. My arrow is pointing the other way. I can right click, and now I've got options here for inserting a column or a row. So it's a quick way to navigate around. I can delete a row. I can also do some merging. So let's say I'm going to make a list of chores. Now here I want to grab this whole column, and when I get that down arrow I can click once and it grabs the whole column. I can right click now and insert columns to the left or right. And I want to do that again, so I'm going to use my redo key, Control Y. Add some more quick columns in there. So those are where the control keys come in really handy. Be very quick with them. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Nobody does chores on the weekends. Now I need some more rows. I can right click like that. Excuse me, I'm doing a regular click there and grabbing the whole line, then right click insert, and I can put rows below like that. Or I like a simple way of putting my cursor here between the circle and the line, which again is another reason for always working with these showing, because if you didn't have it you wouldn't know if you were in the right spot. But now I am. And I can hit enter on my keyboard and it's going to give me a line. Put it back there, enter again. I've got a line. Sometimes that is quicker than right clicking and then going through this whole multiple step process. Whatever way you want. Mom, whoops, arrow key down. Dad, arrow key down. Noah. Right. Perfect. I always like to center things in my table. Now you'll see here I've got table tools. This is a contextual tab here. When I click on design, I have some table styles. You could pick a preset table if you wanted to. I tend not to do that because I have trouble. Well, I guess there's a clear button there. Let's try it. So there's a, let's say you do that and then you change your mind. Oh, it does clear everything. Okay. It also cleared my borders, which I don't like that because I don't know what the heck where my lines are. So let's highlight that back. And I'll show you. Here's my borders. I'm going to drop that down and grab all borders so I can see it. But you could use one of these if you wanted to use one. Oh, there we go. That's a plain table. Table grid. There we go. Back to where I like it. You also have your shading options here. So a lot of times I will grab a column and give it a nice light shade. We could make every day of the week a little different color. I'm going to grab my top row of text here and I'm going to make it bold. 14. So table tools, you've got design options there, but layout here, I like this because when you're in a table you can opt to have it centered in the middle, left, right, center, or up, down, center. So you could have something like that, grab the line and then have it floating in the middle. This one's not floating because it's got the circle down here, so you have to bring that up so they're in the same line. That didn't work. There we go. And as you saw there, you can grab lines and move them. You can also, here in layout, you have auto fit. You can auto fit to the contents or auto fit to the window. That usually is a nice look. So, okay, everybody's got chores. Copy that and paste it down so everybody gets a chance to feed the chickens. So this is one way you could use tables at home. I use tables a lot to make lists, make sure everybody does chores. And I'm going to switch to my quick key, which is Control V for paste. It's just a little bit faster. Okay, I think that's everybody. So you get the idea. You can add up, do those however you'd like. You've got colors here. You could also change your borders. Like, let's say this box, you don't want a border here or here. You could design borders, and I could get rid of the left border, get rid of the top border, so it could look like that. I could change my alignment just for this one and put them in the center. You could also, I'm going to add a row across the top, insert a row above. Let's say I want to merge this whole row here. I highlight them all, right click merge, and now I could write in here week of February 5th, actually 6th, this is Sunday. So that's an example of merging. Typically I don't merge until I'm done building my whole table, because if you start merging and unmerging, it can make the table do a lot of goofy things. But here is a basic table. You also might want to use a table in your resume, and so I'll insert a table. It looks like this. I like tables because you can do bullets in tables. So let me explain. So at the beginning of your resume, you might have something called candidate profile, and then underneath that you want to say all the great things. So you're positive person. You are a team player. You have good communication skills. What else do we usually write there? Punctual. Detail. Fantastic speller. That's a joke for me, but I'm sure you guys are better at spelling. Computer literate. Slit. Customer service. Okay, let's say that's what you want to do. Now you can go in here and use your bullets, and in fact you can do lots of bullets. Let's say you want to make those check marks, which is awesome. You could go in and do bullets here. We could do define new bullet and go into symbols, or you could use a picture. You could put a little snapshot of your head in there if you wanted. That'd be kind of funny. But let's say you want to use that one. So now you have that. You can use whatever bullet you like. I like this one, so I'm going to double click on it, grab my Format Painter, which is something I haven't taught you yet, so just watch. Format Painter, it copies whatever you have selected, the formatting of it, not the words. So now it will change those bullets from the check marks to the check. And I'll hit it one more time and click and drag over these, and it'll give them those bullets too. So now, and when I click off, it's gone. So now I've got a pretty cool list there. I can grab the whole table, go back here to my borders, and I can say no border. So now it just looks like 3 columns floating on my resume page. So that's another way to use tables to organize text. And it makes it easy if you needed to add something. You could add, right? You wouldn't have punctual and always on time. That's redundant, but you get the idea. So that's the basics of tables. The key with tables, right-click to do all your inserting and deleting. You can change the text direction as well. It only gives you these options though. Excel gives you more options for kind of pitching the angle and stuff. I think that's about it. You can always go into table properties and get really fancy. There you go. Have fun with tables.